Anyhow, I think the communal living wouldn't be quite so bad if we weren't forced into it because of a threat from Faison.
We're missing one female.
Yes, where is Robin? She's actually upstairs. I gotta tell you, the stress is getting to her worse than anybody, I think. She's really depressed.
Well, I would think that my sudden return from the dead, so to speak, hasn't made it any easier for her.
Oh, it isn't easy for any of us. Especially you, having to be around Robert with all this going on. It must be very difficult for you.
Well, I'm a big girl now, Nanny. I can handle it.
I find this all a little difficult to digest with all our planning and our preparation. Security and the checkpoints. This guy just walks in, practically kills Holly, and grabs my daughter. That just blows me away.
Robert, Faison's man Fitzsimmons moved into the building 6 weeks ago. That was before we put Security Code Neptune into effect. It was something we didn't anticipate.
So much for Code Neptune.
Well, look, at least the kidnapping failed.
By millimeters. Millimeters. The odds are too tight.
That's the game we have to play with Faison right now.
We don't know what his agenda is. What his plans are. Who's on the payroll. Where he'll turn up next.
That means we have to outsmart him.
I've got to hand
One step ahead.
I really got to hand it to him. This guy has got smarts, and that galls me. And if he's been checkmated, we're never going to know about it. Because he's going to come back again and again and again until he succeeds or we kill him.
Robert, you don't mean what you just said. You don't want Faison dead just yet.
Well, no. That would increase the odds against my finding Anna. Well, we don't know whether these two are joined at the hip or whether he's got her stashed in a secret place somewhere.
That's exactly what I think. I think he's got her locked up somewhere.
All right, let's get back to work. Sean, how are you making out with those credit card slips?
Well, we're still checking. Still don't have a positive ID on Faison from any of the stores, restaurants, hotels. Talked to all the employees. I came up empty.
And I've checked a lot of these phone numbers on this list, and no payoff there either.
Well, let's stay at it. It only takes one lead.
Also running a computer check on local forgers. I figure that Faison is going to try and get some new passports for Robin since we confiscated the 4 he had.
What's with the aliases?
Just the ones we found in his hideout. We've got Gladson, White, March, and Swift.
Make a note. Check any commercial airlines reservations that may have been made under any of those names.
Good idea. I'll get cracking on it right now.
Robert, don't you think it's a bit risky for Faison to make a reservation with a commercial airline?
Well, at this point, we got to anticipate the obvious and the unexpected.
All right, fine. So that's the obvious. What do you think is the unexpected?
Start looking for anywhere within 50 miles of Port Charles that could be used as a landing strip.
That's got good possibilities.
I mean, after that attempt yesterday, which I might add was pretty outrageous, we also have another factor. He's got this thing about helicopters. We figured that out from that bloke tenants up on the roof.
So?
About a little break, guys.
Oh,
We've been
that's...
slaving over breakfast all morning.
That sounds good. How about some?
Robin? Sweetheart, come on down. It's time for some breakfast. Where's Sean?
Messing with the computer.
Oh, I just hate being restricted like this, even if it is in a penthouse.
I know, it's just temporary, Ron. It's for your own safety.
It just reminds me of the time that Leopold had me locked away.
Just sit down, relax. I promise it'll all be over with soon, all right?
Well, there you are, Miss Sunshine. I don't think you have met Nanny McTavish. She used to be your mother's nanny.
Oh, yeah, my mom told me about you. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm very happy to meet you. Well, there's no doubt you're your mother's child.
Nanny used to work for my family, too. She's like a mother to me.
Yes. Excuse me, I'm going to get some napkins.
Robin?
Don't, Robert, don't.
She was practically rude to you.
It's perfectly natural that she's going to be a little uncomfortable around me.
My daughter is many things. Rude she is not. In particular to people who save her life.
Just, give her some time. We'll work through it ourselves.
Nick, some help, Robin?
I think I know where the napkins are.
Actually, I followed you in here because I thought maybe we could talk.
Well, I'm gonna bring him the napkins.
You know what? They can manage without the napkins just for a little while. Robin, I know you have some reservations about my being here.
It's fine.
You don't have to be kind. Just be honest with me.
Well, I do think it's kind of weird that someone I thought was dead for all these years is suddenly alive. I mean, it's like you dropped out of the sky or something.
I think it's more than that that's troubling you.
What do you mean?
I think you're worried that I'm trying to take your mother's place.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
Robin, when I was married to your father, I loved him very much. But that was a long time ago. Now he's married to your mother, and he loves her. I have no intention of trying to move in, trying to come between your parents. I promise you that is the truth.
I'm glad to hear this, Holly.
And actually, it's no coincidence that I'm here right now. Turns out that Faison was using me to try and distract your father from finding your mother.
Faison was using you?
Well, it didn't work, though. I mean, as you know, your father is totally focused on trying to find your mother. Nothing could distract him.
I'm glad you told me this.
But I think it's important that you know. We just have to work together. We can't let Faison win.
I'm sure my dad will beat him.
And we're going to help him by doing whatever it is that he wants us to do. I know we can get along. You remember what a wonderful time we had when you came to visit us in Australia?
Yeah, I do.
I think it would be a great weight off your father's mind if he saw that we were friends again.
Yeah, after all that happened yesterday, I guess I can try.
There you go.
I'm really sorry. No, I just want what my father wants.
Yeah.
Let's just give him these napkins.
They're going to be making such a mess. They'll have food all down the finest.
So, are you going to spend the day?
Yeah, I'd like that.
I'd like to get to know you a little better.
All right, good. Well, lovely. We have a lot to talk about. And besides, I don't have many options at the moment either.
Yes, it's here or the other fortress.
Right. And that one doesn't have any furniture.
Ah, welcome to the Alamo.
Reporting for duty, sir. Hey, Mac.
It's my understanding that within your checkered pasts, you both spend a bit of time at sea and on the docks.
Yeah, that's right. More than I care to remember. Why?
We can probably use that experience.
Well, let's hear it.
I want you to organize a little group. I don't care how you do it or who they are. Keep an eye on the waterfront.
Are you anticipating Faison to make a move in that part of town?
I don't know. The water would probably be easier for him to use than the air right now, so we should give it some special consideration.
You know, if he goes out with the cargo, he won't need a passport.
After all, he made all those fake passports for Robin.
Sean's looking into a list of local forges. Maybe something will pan out there.
I'll talk to the local shipping companies, get them to keep an eye out. Maybe we can get everybody working together with stop him.
Good.
Hi, Bill. Glad to hear.
How you doing?
Look, I don't know how accurate this is, but this should give us a pretty good picture of the expert forgers in the Port Charles area.
Could make a list for everybody along with a photograph of
right
Robin.
here. There you go.
All right, if you need me, I'll be at headquarters later.
Boy, this guy is slippery if nothing else, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
At least we've got his agenda. I mean, he wants Bill's family. He wants Hornsby's family. He wants my daughter and my life.
And he's not going to get any of it.
Yeah, let's go, Mac.
See you guys later. Want to start working again?
So you see, Robin, I took care of your mother till she was almost 5 years old, and then I went over and raised Holly.
Oh, so why did you leave my mom?
Well, she was old enough to start school, and I had promised Holly's family.
So you see, my family didn't steal Nanny away from your mother.
No.
I understand.
Oh, but I went back to your family after that when Holly went off to boarding school.
I was 13 by then, so Nanny and I had plenty of years to get really close.
I took care of Lindsay, who was your mother's younger sister. She died of leukemia, poor frail little thing.
Yeah, my mom told me about her.
Your mother was becoming a real beauty by then.
You know, I'm curious. If Faison's your son, Nanny, I mean, wouldn't my mom have met him?
Well, that was a long time ago. And, he was living with his father in Denmark then, right, Nanny?
Yes, of course.
Well, he couldn't have spent all his time with his father. I mean, he must have seen you sometime, and that's when my mom got to know him.
Yes, I did see him. He used to visit summers when Lindsay was ill. But I really want to tell you about some of the mischief your mother got up to. I remember one time she was on this runaway horse.
Oh, I can tell you a story about a runaway horse. There was this horse I was on, and I would not be here today if it weren't for Mac. He saved my life.
No,
I'd be
but
dead.
Anna was on this one, and the very memory of it gives me the chills, I can tell you.
Oh, but you only pretended to be upset with us when we were acting up. She's really a softie, you know.
I just want you to know that your mother was a very brave young woman, and she's very resourceful. Why, I can see Anna in you right now. Oh, it fair takes me back. I remember one time when one of our sheep got caught in the meadow.
On the chance that Faison may place another order.
Well, looks like we have everything covered then.
I have a meeting with the mayor to discuss designation of a temporary commissioner.
And a horse.
Already?
What the hell are you talking about?
If I've got to take off after Faison, we're going to need somebody.
The horse.
How do you feel about the job? Me?
The poor horse.
I never thought about it. I'm flattered, but it is only going to be temporary, isn't it?
As long as it takes. Deal?
Well, they didn't drink.
Yeah, deal.
Well, to be honest, my leg was put in the tram.
Look, I'm going to go upstairs and remind Tiffany to keep running those public service announcements on Anna, huh?
Yeah. You know, this is the best I've seen my daughter look since this whole miserable episode started.
A horse like this.
You know, I've always been very fond of her.
So they need the sheep.
I guess you should take credit for lifting her spirits then.
Thank you. You're very lucky to have a daughter like Robin.
This is Swampy. And this is so the 4 cows and the 3 chickens and the horse all went into the
I'm sorry.
Oh, my.
Well, it was a long time ago. Can you imagine how my life would have been different now?
I remember him well.
Dobbin?
Yes, that was his name.
Is that what you named you, Dobbin?
Well, I got to get to headquarters.
Robin's renamed him.
Hey, sweet.
Have to go. I'll talk to you later. Got to stay at the problem.
I'll try.
And why don't you give me a hand with my coat?
Sure.
You did that so well. Good day, Henry. Guy, I want you to round up any off-duty police officers who can donate some time.
Okay, what do you want them to do?
Patrol the dock area. Hang out as bums, waterfront workers, cab drivers, whatever. Keep an eye on what's going on.
Expecting Faison to try to get away by water?
I don't know. I should make an effort to seal that part of town off. Talk to Bill Eckert and my brother about it. They're coordinating things down there.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Thank you.
Hi, Bobby, come on.
Sorry, I didn't
No, that's all right. I'm just leaving. No, go ahead.
Okay.
Hi, sweetheart. Come in.
Hi, Robert.
Have a seat.
Oh, thank you. No, I can't stay long. I just came by to see you because I was concerned about you. And because I, still in a state of shock after seeing Holly on TV yesterday.
Yeah. No, I didn't quite expect you to go public like that.
Yeah. Robert, we all thought she was dead.
Me included. I I ran into her at a party in New York. Coincidentally given by Dominique for my brother. Turns out that she's the victim of an elaborate ruse by Faison to get her to come to Port Charles and distract me away from Anna.
Oh. How could she have been alive all these years and never told you? I mean, not a letter, not a telephone call, nothing?
Well, I still haven't dealt with that part of it completely myself.
She loved you. I know she was in love with you. It's not like she was running away from you.
My first concern at the moment, Bobby, is Anna. Holly's agenda, whatever it is her own business.
Of course. We used to be pretty close friends. Do you think it's possible for me to go see her?
Well, she's surrounded by security, but I'll get you a pass and sort it out. I'll be in touch.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
Outside the window.
Excuse me,
Hanging by her nails on the window.
I don't mean to interrupt, but Robin, your tutor just called you to have a book report due. Did you remember?
Oh, yeah, I have one of Sean's books, but I'm having a real hard time getting through it. It's all about submarines and secret codes.
You gotta get it done.
Submarines, that's not a proper book for a young lady. Dominic, could you hand me that back there? I think I've got the perfect solution.
Okay.
Yes.
Here you go.
Now. Yes, here we are. Oh, that is your mother's copy of her favorite book, Rebecca.
Oh, that's wonderful.
She read it over and over. I thought she was going to wear it out. I wanted to give you something special when we met. So I thought that would be the ideal present.
Oh, Robin, you're going to love this. It is the most wonderful story.
Full of dark shadows and a very mysterious man.
Yes, and a lovely young woman and a treacherous older one.
It sounds wonderful.
It is.
You know, when I used to feel cooped up, I used to always read. Why don't we read the book?
Anything. I would love
Great
it.
idea. I wanted to be great reading.
All right. Last night I dreamt I went to Mandalay again. It seemed to me I stood by the iron gate leading to the drive, and for a while I could not enter, for the way was barred to me.
What a wonderful story.
It does kind of grab you, doesn't it?
It's so romantic. It's like a fairy story. When did Rebecca come out?
Early 40s, I think.
I remember the first rerun I saw of it. I used to fantasize after that about being the second Mrs. De Winter. Having a marvelous wedding and being the Lady of Mandalay.
Holly, when we were watching that movie before, you said something. You said someday you wished we could own a home like Mandalay.
Yes?
You and I. Does that mean that you're happy being married to me?
Yes, I am.
As it had always been.
So you see, Mr. Mayor, I feel the need for an acting designated commissioner.
You really think it's going to come to that, Robert?
I don't know. All I know is I'm looking for my wife and I go where the leads take me.
Well,
I can understand that completely. And I think Sean Donnelly will make an excellent replacement for you if you have to leave Port Charles for any time. I hope it isn't necessary.
Yeah, me too. But I want to thank you for going along with it.
Well, you do have to find your wife, and Sean filling in for you now does make sense.
Taking my name in vain? Hello, Mayor.
Donnelly, I trust you know what we're talking about?
Yes, I do. I just hope it doesn't happen.
Well, just in case, it's nice to know the city will be in good hands. Good day, gentlemen.
Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Mayor, thank you. I just met with the security officials at Port Charles Airport, gave them the list of aliases that Faison used for Robin.
Good.
Also clued them into the fact that he may try to smuggle her out of the country if he succeeds in kidnapping her, that is.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Right.
Right in here.
Well, what do we have here?
Robert, this is Mr. Brady. He's the one that did Connor's fake passports while he was on the run.
He recognized a picture of your daughter. He made a passport for her.
Under what name, Mr. Brady?
I don't remember.
Oh. Forgery business booming, isn't it?
No, I did a favor for a friend.
You must be very close. So what was the name of the passport?
Okay, it was Molly Swift.
What was the name of the friend?
I don't know.
Describe him.
Round face, about 5'5" or 6", bald.
Name?
I don't know his name.
Don't worry about it, Mr. Brady. You can think about it as a guest of the city. And if you continue to remain silent, well, I'm going to prosecute you for forgery. Guy, make Mr. Brady here comfortable. And if he doesn't talk to you, book him for forgery.
You got it. I'll be right there.
Faison's carrying a lot of baggage on the payroll these days.
Too bad he wouldn't say more.
I don't think he knows anymore.
Just another dead end.
I don't know about that. I don't know. We're not doing too bad at all. We've closed Faison's escape routes off by the conventional means, which means we eliminate the unconventional means.
Well, we've got a couple of guys down on the docks keeping their eyes open.
Listen, this guy has won a few rounds, but this isn't over. Not by a long shot.
Did you make the audio tape exactly to my instructions?
It's perfect. I'd like you to listen to it.
Okay, go ahead.
Is Robin there? Just tell her it's her friend from Algebra 1 class. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Did you put the pause in as we talked about?
The tape can be opened or tightened as the person on the other end talks.
Good. One more thing. Do we have an extra tape in case we need to add anything later?
Yes.
Good. I'll have my man pick up the tape tomorrow and drop off a very generous payment for you. Kirk? Thanks to your reconnaissance at the cannery and my audio tape expert friend, I think I'm very close to attaining all my goals. One will excuse me. I'm going upstairs to see my wife.
Go.
Okay. Has he made any progress?
Well, I think we've got him worried.
There must be something I can do. I want to be involved.
Just keep an eye on my daughter, that's all.
Yeah, well, she's enjoying Rebecca. Nanny's reading it to her. It's a wonderful story.
It's a good movie.
We enjoyed it.
I hope you have that one day.